put into the PC.
Yeah.
But holy shit, like I had no problems with my MacBook, and the PC is like, I couldn't tell you how many hours I've put into trying to just make shit work.
Right.
And it's not just this PC either. Like I've got pretty much $1,000 audio recording interface, and like the thing is very high end, and I've got vendor support to try and make it work. And I've tried it on 2 different computers, and they both do the same thing. And on my Mac, it worked fine. And it's like they are just like, oh, our drivers work fine on Windows. I'm like, I want to believe you, but the drivers on the site say they haven't been updated since 2015, and I've tried it on actually 3 computers with Windows, and it hasn't worked. And it worked fine on my Mac. And now I'm sad because I've got this basically brick of an interface I can't use.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
Yeah, but what do you do?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh no, I finally died.
Oh, you're on. Hello.
Hello. I am on. Oh. There we go.
I wish there was a way I could take you to where I am now, just to like spark your interest in stuff that you're gonna see later, but you'll get here.
Oh yeah. No rush. No rush, sir. No rush. Can you hear me right now?
So you have a 502 as well?
I do, yeah.
I'm tweaking the DPI and trying to get used to it. Like the 700 was such a fucking perfect fit for my hand, and I'm trying to get used to these side buttons.
Oh, I love the side buttons.
That was the thing. The G700 had 4, and they were perfectly placed. And so I got this one that's got 3, which is good enough. And then it's got the 2 other DPI buttons that I'll probably repurpose for something else because I don't really change my DPI.
Yep.
You do you use? I know a lot of people who have like a mouse like this. They use the button on the side to like drop their DPI to like nothing for fine-tune accuracy in shooters. Do you do that?
No. I always keep my sensitivity basically the same thing. Most of the time, I use the side buttons for like push to talk like I have an open mic for this. But I have like I have an open mic, but I have like a mute hotkey, so I can be like But yeah, so that's a thing. So anyway, I usually use it for push to talk. Like when I play Counter-Strike, I have one as my like Discord push to talk, and my other one is my in-game push to talk.
Yeah.
When I play Call of Duty, I have one of them bound to Discord push to talk, and the other one to like nades. So I bind them.
Right.
I bind them. I use them for stuff all the time. Like I don't have them bound to anything yet in this game, but they for sure will be.
Yeah, I hear you. The reason I got a new mouse is one of the 4 thumb buttons on my last G7 died. So I was like, well, it's been a good ride. I've had it since high school. It's time for a new.
Yeah.
It doesn't owe me anything. Sure. But I liked it too because you could play. The nice feature about that was it was wireless rechargeable, so you could, if you plugged it in, you removed all latency, and it would charge. And then if you unplugged it, it was wireless with pretty much no latency. It was a solid mouse.
Right. Yeah, I've got a G305, which is pretty basic wireless mouse. I bought it because I was doing a lot of traveling for work for a while, so I bought it for my laptop because I was gaming on that. And yeah, I've had the same single AA battery in this thing for like over a year now. So it's pretty.
Yeah, it lasts forever.
Yeah, I know, it's amazing. I actually use
There's
it.
a hard call.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it was a hard call to go from wireless to just only wired, but I don't know. I don't think I'll regret it.
Yeah, I've never really done the wireless thing. Like, I only did for my laptop because I was using, like, I was bringing it around and I was using it upstairs in our house, and
Yeah.
I was like just dragging cords and stuff all over the place, and I didn't want to be doing that. I was playing Guild Wars 2 for a little bit on my laptop upstairs while we were watching TV, just like playing without sound.
Yep.
Which I might end up doing with this game too. I actually installed it on my laptop today just to have it on there.
Nice. Guild Wars 2, solid game.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I have got a lot of hours in it.
I got the first expansion pack. How many are they on now?
2 or 3. I haven't played in quite a long time.
Nice.
Ring of Fidelity, Copper Ring. I don't understand.
What can I assist with?
+1. Oh, okay, I get it. No, I have a Ring of Fidelity, which gives me a +1 to
The question Bryce asked you the other day.
magic defense, but the Copper Ring has 0 to defense and 0 to magic defense, but I see the bonuses are different, so I get it.
Right, I get it. If you press C for your character inventory shit, you will see all the stuff you need to focus on for like physical, offensive properties and physical properties. You don't care about defensive, you don't care about mental, you don't care about other shit. You just care about the offensive properties and the physical properties.
Gotcha.
As your Lancer, anyway.
Right. Okay, well, I'm going to accept this quest.
I've done all my daily dungeons and runs for the day, so I'm just grinding some main story stuff. But if you want a colleague for anything, just let me.
Yeah, I'm just running around, so feel free to hop on if you want to. I'm just running around doing the story quests and stuff, basically.
Which one are you on? Let me get an idea where you're at.
I'm talking to Galfred. Spirit holds broken. Have a potential crisis on our hands. Galfred, chief instructor at the Bannock, would entrust you with the task of investigating Spirit Hold.
Okay, so there's a good chunk of grindy learn shit quests. I'm looking right now. Actually, you know what? Let me explain this to you if you have a moment. Just to look on Discord, I'm going to link you. Okay, when you're on that website, do a search for Spirit Hold.
Discord. Do a search for Spirit Hold.
Yeah, just to find the quest. You'll see this. You should find Spirit Hold broken.
Just give me a sec.
Like a Control F, not a search using their search thing.
Yeah. Sorry, just give me a sec. I did it on my phone and it's.
Oh.
It like didn't have. It didn't load the whole page, so it wasn't searching everything. Okay, so I found it. Spirit Hold broken.
I don't know. Hopefully it won't look too crazy on the phone. Let me switch it here. Scroll down a bit. So basically, this is the list of main story quests that goes on for fucking ever. And it's all sequential. So one after the next, after the next. There's a few columns. The number represents the level you have to be to do that quest. Then the name is who you get it from, and then beside that, most of them are empty, but sometimes you'll see, like, if you scroll down a bit, you'll see airships. And then those are like what you unlock for doing that part of the story.
Right.
So when you get to basically level 15, you'll get your first dungeon, which is a way the fuck down there, but it's called Sastasha. And it's for the quest, it's probably pirates. That is where we start doing things as a group.
Gotcha.
All the fucking fluff quests up to that point are basically trying to teach you the game.
Yeah, that's part of why I'm trying to just like log on and bust through them.
Excellent.
But I do have another Lancer quest.
Oh yeah. I think you get a... No, you don't get a move for that one.
Okay, I've got a second skill bar here. That's got...
Yeah, buddy.
It's like... The default is control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I rebind that?
Absolutely. Hit escape. Not only can you rebind, I'm going to show you also... Hit HUD layout. You can totally drag and drop anything wherever the fuck you want it.
Yeah, I saw that with the layout that you were showing before. Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, and to change your keybinds, there's keybinds, yeah, and then the hotbar.
Okay.
So I've got mine instead of control 1, I use shift 1, 2, 3.
That's exactly what I was just about to do.
It's like we're one mind.
One love. One dick.
You and I, we've played a few video games.
We have. I might even change it more, but we'll just leave it with shift for now.
I have 3 hotbars. The top one I don't have keybound. I tend to just save that for like cooldown buffs, and I click on them. But I've been debating using that as control 1, 2, 3. But
that's funny. I don't know. That's what I was just about to. Well, I don't have enough skills for that to really matter yet, but pretty much exactly what I was gonna do for my next hotbar, because I never really reach all the way to like. I don't like reaching to 6. I usually like up to 5. Probably because of my Guild Wars time. Probably. But yeah, I basically can constantly reach to 5. So everything I get after that is going to start going to the second hotbar.
Exactly. I use 6, but they're like funny moves where it's like, you know, in between where they're like, you know, what's this one here? 60-second cooldown. So I'll use it once in a while.
Yeah.
We have to respect our laziness. You know, you don't want to stretch your fingers too far.
It's efficiency.
That too, sure. So I'm level 64, and you can swim in some parts of the game, but I've never been able to dive underground. And kind of like Guild Wars 2, I think you could swim, but you couldn't dive.
Yep, that sounds about right.
In this expansion, I think they introduced diving, because I've been looking at the main story quest, and apparently I might unlock diving, so I'm kind of excited.
Nice.
This zone I'm in right now is a lot of water, so I think it's going to end up that way.
Cool.
With the flying, you can't fly in the original content yet. Square is changing it. But the first expansion pack, you can learn to fly your chocobos and shit. It's pretty sweet.
Nice. Yeah, they did that. It's funny. So Guild Wars 2, the first expansion, unlocked these like different masteries, they called them, but one of them was like glider mastery, so you could like fly around on.
I remember that.
And then what they ended up actually doing is just saying, screw it, and then they released gliders in all the maps, so even like the original ones. So there's a bunch of like jumping puzzles that are basically broken because they're so easy now. Because you can just use your glider everywhere, but they just kind of said, fuck it. People have gliders, they want to use them. And then once they let people use gliders everywhere, they released mounts with their second expansion, and so you could finally get mounts. But they Then they released gliding mounts. Then they released flying mounts, and they have a few different types of flying mounts now. So anyway, yeah, it's crazy how like a couple things like that completely change the mobility of the game.
Yeah. Now I'm kind of wondering. I'm sure I only got one expansion pack, but I'm sure I got gliders, but I don't think I got.
Yeah, you probably didn't, because it wasn't cheap. And like, if you're not playing, it's not worth it. I got it because, well, I used to play quite a bit.
Yeah.
And it kind of, so I didn't have it. Like, I played the second expansion, and then I finished that, and then I got the third one like way after the fact. It was one of those things where like I hadn't played the game in a long time, but then I just kind of picked it up for some reason. I don't even know what made me pick it up. I just kind of was like, I should play Guild Wars 2 again. And so then I played that and cleared that expansion and unlocked the flying mounts and did some other cool stuff. And then I kind of put it down again, so I haven't played it for like a long time again.
The nice thing about that game is when there's no subscription fee, you don't feel guilty about picking it up and putting it down. Whereas like I kind of had that problem with WoW, and I loved WoW, don't get me wrong, but it got to a point where I was the only one playing it. And you know, resubbing for a while to get Scratch the Fix wasn't that great.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And this game was like a whole new game, and it's definitely like more nostalgic for me because I love Final Fantasies and stuff.
Right.
Right. Now that there's like a few of us playing it together, like it's way more enjoyable. Brings back the good feels memories.
Honestly, that was I bought it because I have like your Discord set up with notifications on my phone. And so all I'm seeing is you guys sending messages about how everybody's getting into it and playing the game, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yes!
I was just screwed. I went home and bought it and installed it.
That was the right decision. The fact that Chris is into it is blowing my mind because I've never seen him get really into a game other than like Madden or Pokemon.
Right.
So Tony too. So Tony and I actually we were the kind of first two that started playing it when COVID started. We were looking for something to do.
Yep.
But then Son made him do a big house reno in the basement.
Right.
And so he put the game on hold, which is fair. Got to take care of your house and shit.
Yeah.
But his house reno was almost done, so he's gonna come back.
Nice.
And I don't know if I explained to you because he's only level 6 in game, but stop me if I already said this, but he started on PC.
No, you didn't.
No,
you didn't tell me any of this.
So he and I started playing on PC, but his PC is like, I don't know, it's like a Surface Pro or something. It's not a gaming PC.
Right.
And then he realized, oh, I can play on PlayStation, even with a mouse and keyboard.
Oh yeah.
So he downloaded it again and started from scratch. So he actually was a little further along on the PC, but when he started on PlayStation, he made a whole new account.
Oh, okay.
Bryce, you've met Bryce, eh?
Oh yeah.
Is a giant like gaming nerd just like us. Like he's been into WoW and all sorts of games and Final Fantasy. So I'm hoping and quite confident that he will become addicted and just keep playing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into it, and so I think I'm gonna try and play in my free time for a little bit.
Yeah, man. Well, since we can't leave the house too often.
Yeah, so like my gaming schedule is kind of funny. Like Monday and Thursday I play CS, and Tuesday nights, like I don't know how long I'm gonna be on. Usually I play Xbox with my family on Tuesday nights.
Nice.
And then Friday nights I play Call of Duty with my buddy Kyle. So it's just like, don't really know if I can have 7 gaming nights.
Who's Aaron?
Yeah, exactly.
It's all good. I hear you. Whenever we see you, we will be happy to see you.
Yeah, I'll pop on whenever I can. It's honestly, like, don't get me wrong, I love first-person shooters and stuff like that, but it's kind of nice to not, like, to have something that I don't have to be in that mindset to play, that I can just like pick
Yeah.
up and, you know, gain a few levels or whatever, and then put it down.
And once you get to that point where you do Shastra or whatever the heck that dungeon is,
Yep.
it's sweet because you can log on, play a dungeon for half an hour, and like some of them are super quick, and then you can just peace out, like, you know, do a little group thing, see you later.
Yep.
Like I did on the Rogue, I hit 15 and I did the dungeon, and when I finished it, I was level 18 because you get pretty good experience at the.
That's crazy.
It's just to unlock more dungeons, you pretty much have to go through the main story because that's how you find it.
Oops, I didn't mean to talk to this person. Oh well. I'm accidentally doing 2 quests. We'll just call that efficiency.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah. Rescuing these guys, all I'm doing is like telling them to get up.
No. It's like you could have done this on your own, but here.
Have you considered standing?
The AI in these games is pretty funny. Maybe that's how they save their disk space. They don't code a lot of AI.
Right. Sure, the game did this on purpose, but my story quest and my Lancer quest are both in the same place, so
Nice.
doing them both at the same time, which is kind of nice. And I'll interrupt you.
Feels good when you get more moves.
Yeah, at least lets you do a little more. I like pushing buttons.
Yeah.
So like if I have stuff to push while other stuff is on cooldown, I like that.
Definitely, and not just 1-2, 1-2.
Yeah. Well, I've got a little bit of a combo because I've got like the little sweep the leg.
Oh yeah.
The little sweep the leg thing, or leg sweep. So now I can be like 1, and then 4, and then 3, 2, which is like true stab, and then sweep the leg, and then life surge, and then vorpal thrust.
Yep.
It's like a little. Oh, no, I don't want to do this yet. First, I need to obtain the Stone of Courage. Whatever the hell it is. Stone of Courage. Here, boy. Oh god, I just mega aggroed.
No jokes. Like, I'm skipping so many main story discussions because it's like, unless I hear like voiceovers, it's if Square didn't put enough care to putting voiceovers, it means that it's not that important to the story. And it's pretty true. Like everything I've seen so far, like I don't feel like I'm missing anything, and all I ever pay attention to is the voiceover stuff. Not because like I'm too lazy to read. It's just there's so much to read that's just how I decided I'm gonna filter my what I care about.
Yeah, I get that. Oh,
What button do you use for push to talk?
What's that, sorry?
What's your push to talk button?
Usually it's button 5, G5.
Haha,
Uh,
me too.
I've also used the middle button, the one that's supposed to be like the G shift.
G9, the one that's like under your palm.
No, the one at your thumb. But it depends.
Oh, the
It
one that's
depends on the
like
game.
the target button.
Yeah.
Ah, so that's the one that I was under the impression is for like reduce your DPI or whatever.
No, the one at your thumb is supposed to be the shift button. So like, if you go into the Logitech software, it's kind of set up by default that you would hold that, and then
It does. It does.
you can hit other buttons, so it like increases the amount of flexibility you have on the mouse. But I found I wasn't doing that, so I rebound it to something else that I typically use for push to talk in a different game. But yeah, I treat it as a button as opposed to like you could do like a shift click, like so you just push down with your thumb and then left clicking does something different than regular left clicking.
Very cool.
Yeah, if you take the time to set it up and you find some good uses for it, it's definitely got potential. I tried to use it a couple times in certain things, and I actually just found I was messing up a bunch. So instead, I just rebound it to be like kind of a dedicated button for itself.
Right now, out of the box, it looks like it just slows down my DPI because my mouse cursor gets super slow when I hold it. But it also maybe does like that thing you were talking about where if I hold it and click other things, they do different things.
Did you install the Logitech software?
G-Hub, yeah.
So in there, like there's different profiles and stuff.
That's crazy.
Stupid clay golem.
I love that
suck.
it's cool. I love that they think it's cool for a fucking mouse and keyboard driver software to use like 400 megabytes of RAM.
Right.
Like, do I really need this integrated with Discord, or like, do you need a social hub for this stuff? Like, give me a break. Thankfully, RAM's not the biggest expense in the world, but it's just a little crazy.
Yeah. Can't argue with that. Suck it, clay golem.
Fun fact: if you fall from pretty high up, there's a good chance you won't die. You will just fall to 1 HP.
Oh, okay.
That being said, if you have 1 HP and you are near an enemy, they basically lick you and you die.
Right. Did you just fall from the Tower of Jenga?
Almost. So apparently that's a dungeon.
Oh yeah, cool.
Posted a picture of it on Reddit with my Jenga joke, and people were kind of talking about it. It's but it's like an optional dungeon. So there's a few, like a handful of dungeons that you don't unlock through the story. You unlock through those little blue plus sign quests, and I think it's one of those.
Gotcha. I just defeated the clay golem, so now I'm into what am I trying to say here? Cutscene land.
Okay.
These bird dudes look like they look like Char from Guild Wars 2. With their horns and their weird bodies.
There's just only so much the human brain can think of, and then they start borrowing from each other.
Yeah, I was gonna actually make my guy one of those dudes with the pointy ears, but then I remembered what you said about the furry community, and I was like, no, I can't do it. Gotta go with
There's like crazy man, like all the furries everywhere. The cats, the cat girls, the bunny girls. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fucking with me. I think they're kind of hot, but at the same time, I'm like, I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, I like this, but I'm ashamed of myself.
Absolutely. Glad you understand.
Yeah.
This is not helping my problems.
Guys are walking around with night vision goggles again.
Nice.
I do, and then 5 years seems like ages. I wonder what become of them. Ah. Ida, look. Golly, and what is this exactly? Yet another disturbance in the aether. Freshly manifested at that. Seems to be emanating from the Lifemend stump. We must hurry.
Oh, cutscene with audio. Be right back.
Alright. Are you alright? Your eyes glazed over there for a while. Good news is that the hearer is unharmed. Somewhat dazed, yes, but whole of mind and body. The bad news concerns everything else. Lest you forget that Twelve's Wood is the domain of the elementals. It is by their leave that man abides in the forest and avails himself of its bounty. The ground which the dungeon occupies is no different. Having no more use for the dungeon, the Gridanians sent a hearer to offer the place back to the elementals by way of the rite of returning, which is essentially an expression of gratitude. Alas, he failed to complete the ritual for obvious reasons. While the poor soul cannot be blamed for this, the fact remains that unless the elementals are given their due, they may well consider it a slight, and the very last thing the Gridanians need, can afford to do in these uncertain times, is risk alienating the 12 Woods' eternal guardians. But you have more than done your part. We shall see the hero to safety and send for his peers to finish the rite. In the meantime, please make your way outside and report to Alistan. Ah, but where are my manners? I am Papillamo, and the tactless woman beside me here is Ida. Papillamo and I are surveying the 12's Wood together. Pleased to meet you. Ida, give me a hand, would you? Wait, there's something familiar about you. Could it be that you are... Never mind. Doubtless my eyes are playing tricks. Till we meet again.
I am in a giant underwater bubble town.
Hey, that's one of my favorite kinds of towns.
Oh, then you have roughly 250 hours until you're here.
That's all?
That's only if you're crazy like me and want to play every single class in the game. If you stick to one, you'll probably get there a lot faster.
I'll probably just stick to one if I'm being honest, unless something significant changes for me.
I just can't decide what I want to play, and I enjoy healing and tanking and damage, so I've got three mains really.
Yeah, I have a tough time doing that. My god, the lighting here is brutal.
Another awesome thing to make you excited about this town, it seems to be inhabited by a bunch of Ninja Turtles.
Nice. There's a streamer that I watch. Sorry, just one sec. Where the heart is. Sorry, yeah, there's a streamer that I watch that basically he's a variety streamer, so he streams different games and stuff like that. But he's been doing in the mornings because I watch him while I work because I'm just doing desk stuff. And he's been speedrunning Turtles in Time.
Oh, nice.
So I've been getting like sweet old school Turtles in Time soundtrack as like my backgrounds for the mornings lately. It's pretty sweet.
That is probably a better way to start your day than anything else.
Yeah, yeah. So the blue quests with the little pluses are good, right?
Yes, so they do things like unlock other jobs, like other classes.
Okay.
They also unlock dungeons sometimes, rarely, or they unlock functional stuff, not just give you items.
Okay.
It might be something boring, like you might unlock an emote, but yeah, they're worth doing.
Gotcha.
And usually you'll find out pretty quick if they're a job one, because if the quest giver is like in the White Mage or the Conjurer's Guild, for example, it's probably going to be named, so you want Conjurer or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if you're not interested in doing all those, then you just skip them.
Oops, I keep forgetting A3.
Or you can do what I do, and I do them just to get them, and then because you're going to get your next job, like I do them, I get the trade, I get it to like level 2 or 3. I just finished that first quest, and then it remains red because the next quest you get at level 5, and so that way I've started it. I've gotten the blue one off my screen, so I know that I've touched it and I know what it is. And if it's red, then I'm just not worried about it.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
To my knowledge, there's no way to hide specific quests from showing up on your map and stuff.
Gotcha. Ooh, I now have access to the armory system. Quests
nice.
to unlock the other classes can now be undertaken. There you go.
Oh, hot dog. So you can only get a few of them that exist in New Gridania. So you can do like White Mage, Archer, but to do the other ones, you have to get to the other towns still, which is not too far down. But yeah, it's a hike.
Gotta go with the old leather jacket. Gear sets. Not required yet. Gear set now available.
Is that so? If you hit C, is that? I think that's where you can actually save like a preset. And that's what I was trying to explain the other day with the icon next to the recommended gear.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's where you can like, and if you do that, you can create a gear set. And if you drag your gear set, once you create it, if you drag that icon into your hotbar, that's how you can quickly switch between them.
Oh, that makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, I probably I might mess around with that a bit later, but like I'm probably gonna get pretty. Usually, I get pretty deep with one before I start playing around with the others.
Like that.
I had like 300, like in Guild Wars 2, I had probably 300 hours with my main before I started making alts.
Yeah, that's a good call, honestly. I don't know. Call it ADD, call it whatever you want. I just I get like, oh, I'm bored of playing this. I'm gonna try something else.
I mean, that's nice
really,
to have that option though. Like that's exactly what makes me create the alts. Is that exact feeling? I just think it hits me a little bit later.
Yep. No, I should probably do something else, like read a fucking book. But I'm like, no.
Nah. There's plenty of reading in this, like you said.
I don't do because I skip it unless there's audio. Fucking babe.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've always been like that too. Like, I'm not. I don't usually get super invested in the side stuff. I'm more invested in. I tend to get invested in the game, like the meta aspect of the game. If I'm being honest.
Yep. I will say this expansion hasn't captivated me like Heaven's Ward has. It is still much better than the original game, but the story is like, so far it's kind of meh.
Right.
But Heaven's Word, man, it was really cool. It was borderline like Lord of the Rings shit, and I was right balls into that. I was actually reading a ton of the story too.
Nice.
The dragons and just it's a cool.
Ooh. Now have access to recommendations, and I now can do stuff with the guild leave.
Guild levies.
Guild levy. Yeah.
So I don't really know what a guild levy is. I've never done one, but I have done levy quests. To my knowledge, they're like repeatable quests that are just kind of like
Like dailies.
dailies almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they do repeat daily actually, and they're like scattered all over the place.
Cool. Well, I'm at that point in the game now where they start really assigning quests to me. Now you want to send me to Bent Branch? I've been there like a bunch, lady. What else
What's
we
the
got?
bent?
So you want to be a carpenter, so you want to be an archer. Nah.
Yeah.
What else we got here?
Yeah, if you're interested in any like things to make money or make items, like they're called DOL, Department of or Disciples of Hand, Disciples of Land. The Disciples of Land are like mining, botanist, which is picking flowers, and fishing. So those ones are just collector ones. And there's a ton of crafting Disciples of Hand, like carpenter, blacksmith, armorer, goldsmith, all that shit. They take a good chunk of time, but you kind of need a collecting one, or else you're going to be buying a bunch of shit from the marketplace.
Right.
You can find the stuff too. It's surprising how much shit you just collect as you kill.
Yep. I mean, I kind of figured the game would push me in that direction at some point.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be, but maybe not. I don't know.
No, they've done. It's crazy. I haven't put a lot into the trades yet. Like my highest one is 22. So, and they level the same as anything else. But it's like I don't know. They just take a lot of time, and there's not a lot of reward. I'd rather just save up the money and buy it on the marketplace if I want an item.
Right.
Right. Plus, I'm leveling so fast. If I built anything, it wouldn't be useful for very long. So I don't know. I figure I'm probably just gonna suck it up and kill time with that kind of stuff when I hit the end game.
Yeah, I think I'll probably do the same. Like whenever I've played these games in the past, typically what happens is they, you know, you can do it as you go, and you can craft stuff for yourself as you go if that's how you want to play. But it turns out that if you just waited a little longer and you got a whole bunch of money, the cheap stuff is actually really cheap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Holy shit! I've unlocked diving.
Hey, there you go. Nice.
But it's not what I thought it would be.
You have to dive from like a high.
It's basically flying, except underwater. So I'm like on a mount. It looks like, which is kind of cool. And did I get a mount? And I can only go in and out of specific places. I don't know. It's early. We'll see what happens.
Nice. Oh, I'm gonna lose my eye patch. It's too bad. The thing was sick.
I'm riding a stingray. That's fun.
Oh, now I got this lame little hat. I want my eye patch back.
Oh man, this zone is sweet. There's a whole bunch of underwater bubble towns, and this one is like Chinatown underwater bubble town.
Nice.
Suino Sato.
Gary Big Stuff, making mark.
Getting close to another dungeon.
Close to home. Bone ring. Nice. Oh, there's a time limit.
Yeah, they always give you a lot of time.
Levy quests.
One guy down here in underwater Chinatown totally just called me wide eye.
Whoa, what? You can't do that.
Can't do that. Apparently you can when the game is made in Japan.
I guess. Okay, I got a ton of
It's
questions.
not racist when other people are racist against the white guy.
True. Alright, northwest. Am I unable to open the map at this time?
Chris said he may come on in a few. He's just putting the kids.
Cool. There we go. Oh yeah, big hero stuff. Filling up feeding troughs. Because that's what heroes do. Oh no, I broke it before I did it. Oops. Hey, what the hell? There we go. There must be another feeding trough somewhere. It's fun. Are levy quests hard, Dave, or are they just kind of like, yeah, whatever?
Yeah, whatever. No, and they're totally worth doing because they give you a good chunk of XP.
Gotcha.
So in Central Thanland, for example, you'll probably see one, and you can get 5 levy quests from him a day. And they're pretty easy. They're just like, go here and kill a bunch. And you can actually, when you start one, it lets you choose the difficulty, so you can actually boost it by 4 levels to get more XP.
That's cool.
They're weird. The only weird thing, though, is, yeah, so when you get one, you get the quest from him, and then you have to walk to the zone, which is highlighted on your map. And when you're in the zone, you have to open your quest log and hit this initiate button. It's kind of, I don't know why they did it like that, but it's not obvious.
Yeah, I just started one.
You're fucking smart, Jad.
I read.
Yeah, yes, you do. That's totally worth it.
I can't stop moving around while I'm fighting, though. It's just habit.
That's how you play melee DPS.
There we go. Levy quest complete.
Dragoons, more than any, you will see when you unlock more moves, you have to.
Yeah, that's good. like I said, that's how I'm kind of used to playing melee classes, because, you know, facing the target and getting out of the way of attacks and stuff like that, so all good. Ooh. Wow, that is quite a bit of XP. And I got a bone ring.
Oh yeah.
Which is super not useful for my class, but hey, that's okay. Always strength and dex. What is a guild hest?
Yeah, so I've never done one of those.
Is it like a big group thing, or?
I think so.
Man, I need to hit level 12. I got the sweet spear and I can't use it. Maybe I'll just finish some more quests first. Oh wow, there's tons of quests for these. Cool. So yeah, so basically just optional quests that you can do to get gear and a lot of XP.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I don't think there could be some other benefit, but I think they're just there to help you level.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Like, if let's say I started another class and I need to come through here and I don't want to just grind on stuff, but I don't have like the story quests and I don't have, you know, you kind of need stuff like that to get you through.
Exactly. And some people like the 5-man or the 4-man dungeons, and some people would rather just solo.
Yeah, I like having the options.
Yep. Yeah, so can't remember in Guild Wars if it was 4 or 5 mans in a dungeon, but in this one it's 4.
It was 5 in Guild Wars.
Yeah, so there's only 2 DPS in this, which is a little odd, but it's I think it's a good balance.
Yeah. It's probably helps encourage people play like healers and tanks, because usually everybody wants to be DPS.
Yep. And healers, like, you're actually expected to do a little damage when you can.
Right. Okay, what is closer here? Time. That one to the west.
Oh, nice. So I can swim without a stingray. I can just swim underwater now.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah. Unlimited oxygen, too.
Just like in
Fun.
real life.
Yeah. I really wish I had a fish, though.
I have received a free company.
Oh! My chocobo is now a fucking dolphin. I was like, I wonder what's going to happen if I just summon my mount, and my chocobo is flying underwater.
Nice. I just got invited to a free company randomly.
Okay, so a free company is a guild.
No, not accept. Decline. Thanks though.
We have to create the Spencerville Big Stuffs or whatever.
Gary Big Stuff. Or yeah, the New Hampshire Big Stuffs.
Yeah.
Alright.
You can buy a guild house and all sorts of shit, and like it's funny because the way they set up the guild houses, they're basically suburbs, and you actually have like other guild houses around you with neighbors, and it's very roleplay-ish. But yeah, it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
You can outfit your guild house with a bunch of stuff that's useful, or you can just be a bunch of white trash.
Yeah, make it look however you want. Cool. Oh, I guess I should talk to more of these people with exclamation points over their heads, because some of them aren't quests, some of them are just people telling me stuff.
Ah.
I now know what a chocobo porter is.
Oh yeah. So that actually has its own icon. It's more egg shaped than the normal quest, and it doesn't have the little tip of a Q. It's just oval.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's typically one in every little establishment town kind of thing.
Chocobo porter, you mean?
Yeah, so like if you see a little house on the map, there's probably a chocobo porter there as well, and they help you just before you get a mount, they help you get around a little quick. Once you get a mount, there's not a lot of speed difference, but they're still handy sometimes.
Gotcha. Is it best to like sell your old gear, or is there like a crafting breakdown type thing, or?
I don't think there's a breakdown of gear. Let me think here. I typically just junk mine, but I could be an idiot.
Oh, I think I'm learning about player housing or something. I'm gonna go to the lavender beds.
Lavender Beds is one of the places you can buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of neat. So you'll see all these little house icons on the map. Like your guild, or even you as an individual, could just buy a plot of land and build a house on it. And there's basically a bunch of instances to account for just volume of people.
Right, makes sense. Right. I'm going to Heavy Lobster's house right now.
Oh shit!
He had the coolest name. Had to do it.
There was the guild I was in was pretty sweet. It was well established. They'd been playing for years and years. Not a lot of people, and they had a pretty sick mansion, to be honest. But I don't know. They would just hang out there. Like they'd be online, just talking to each other, like they were on Facebook Messenger or something, for like hours. And they wouldn't even play the game. They would just hang out there and chat.
I used to be like that back in the day.
See, if it was like real life buddies, I wouldn't mind because I mean, hey, we can chat on Facebook or we can chat here. Doesn't make a difference to me.
Right.
But I don't know. When it's people I don't know, I don't get the same jive out of it.
Yeah, I totally get it.
But, I don't know. I guess if I'd been playing since the beginning with them or something, maybe it'd be different.
Yeah, that's just it. Like I remember doing that in like Ventrilo and stuff back with my old like Counter-Strike teams. Like if I was on my computer, I was on Vent, and it was just like you just kind of hang out there. You might not even be playing with each other, but it's like that's where you go to hang out. So I get it.
Yeah.
I can now teleport to the residential district. Cool beans.
Yeah, that quest is basically like, here, check out what it is. All right, now leave.
Yeah. I'll consider buying some stuff.
I don't know how much a house is, but it's millions from what I've read.
Yeah, seems about right. Oh my god. Don't even know how to run upstairs. It is funny how a lot of the controls are like the same between a lot of these games. Like I found that R was auto run just accidentally because I'm just used to hitting R for auto run. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess that is the same thing. Oh my god, can you go here and kill 4 of these things? You bet your ass I can. Intro quests. 1, 4, 3, 2. And like using tab to change targets.
Yeah, I know. On that note, I found that by default it was not great. And there's 2 methods of tabbing through targets you can do in the options. So I'll show you where it is just in case you want to try out the other way.
Okay.
Let me find it here. There it is. Okay. If you go to settings and then character configuration.
Yep.
And at the top, on the left, you want to go to the first red block, control settings, and then the target tab at the top. And then the target type, closest enemies, type 1, type 2, cone or ignore depth. I found cone to be a little more intuitive because it targets what's closer to me first as I cycle through tab. I didn't like the ignore depth thing. The ignore depth was almost like left to right, and I'd hit tab and all of a sudden I'd be fucking targeting something a mile away and I didn't like it. But I found cone to be a little better.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Ooh, new action. Bloodbath. Sounds...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, it's like get my health back while I do damage.
That is a sweet move.
How long does it last? 20 seconds. Sick. Oh, there we go. Level 12. Get my new harpoon. Fuck yeah.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby. Actually see what this quest is.
I'm waiting for a whale or a shark to just come fuck me up because I'm swimming around this ocean content. I have no idea where I'm going. But I'm at a point where I don't see anything. Can't be good.
You just they'll hit a barrier and it'll be like a current pushes you this way.
I found the turquoise trench. Blacker than the blackest black. Oh, no, it's basically the Forgotten Temple of Underwater Awesome.
That's fun.
This zone is much better than the first 2 zones I started at. It's kind of making this expansion get some redemption.
Nice. How much time have you actually put into the expansion so far? Like I thought you were saying you just got there, basically?
Hard to say. Probably like 5-6 hours.
Oh yeah.
It's really hard to say because I do a lot of daily dungeons and stuff for XP.
Right.
And it's hard to know what I've put into main story versus what I've just played overall.
Gotcha.
Ooh. Just unlocked a new dungeon.
Nice.
Well, I have to do it.
What, the dungeon you just unlocked?
Just unlocked.
How long are dungeons usually? Like a half hour?
Sometimes less. Like if you get a good group, they can be like 15-20 minutes. But yeah, I'd say average is probably 25-30 minutes.
Gotcha. Man, there's a whole like upper part to this place.
Oh man, my average item level is too shitty to do my new dungeon.
Oh, 4,200 experience. God damn.
It takes me a total of 6,300,000 experience to level now.
Oh yeah. I need 10,000. 14,000.
So obvious. Part of the reason I do dailies is because there's one daily dungeon that if you get and you have like a 50% chance of getting it, that you get 99% of a level regardless of what level you are. So it's kind of like you do that once a day, you're pretty much guaranteed a level.
Nice. That's handy.
It's a very tedious thing. It's an 8-man raid. It takes 45 minutes, and there's probably 8 minutes of action and like 38 minutes of cinematic. So people tend to just kind of do it for the XP, but they like watch YouTube while they play or whatever. Like it's totally just it's the painful thing everybody just does.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you hear Pat had another kid?
I did, yeah.
He got a baby boy. He didn't pull a Mick and have 3 girls.
That's funny. Yeah, Aaron talks. I don't haven't talked to Pat in quite a while, but Aaron talks to Kate quite a bit.
That's good. I know. I actually got my news from Rachel as well, who talks to Kate. It's like she's gonna hear from Kate before I hear from Pat.
Yeah, I'll run into Pat and be like, "Oh yeah."
What's up, man? Oh, I see you have a third person. Yep. Cool.
Nice.
All right. Let's drink some beer. Okay, I have no idea how to just dive underwater. I made the mistake of coming to the surface, and now I'm like, no, I want to go back down. I don't know. Probably should have read something somewhere.
What does it mean when there's like a little, like, I know you told me that the face thing tells you whether it's like hostile or not, but there's some of them have like this little yellow thing above their head. It looks like almost like a cinnamon.
Yes, so those are not too important right now, but they are worth killing. So on the bottom right of your screen where you have all those little red icons,
Yeah.
hover over, which one is it? The third one.
Hunting log?
Hunting log, you got it. And you'll see that like for different classes you have different little things you're supposed to get. They're kind of like achievements. However, there is a few quests where you're like you have a quest to get at least to this far in your hunting log or something. So if, you never have to kill more than like 3 or 4. So if you see them, just kill them.
Yeah, cool. That's good to know.
The G502 doesn't vibrate, does it?
No. So you got a special model that I didn't know exists.
No worries. I was looking at a Steel Series mouse, and that had like a bunch of thumb buttons too. And one of the things that actually turned me off from it was that it was vibrating. I'm like, I'm sure I can turn it off, but I don't know if I would really want my mouse to vibrate.
Right.
It also had just bad reviews, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I like a couple buttons for like options for things, but I don't want like an MMO mouse, like the ones that have crazy buttons all over the place.
You don't want the 9 or 12 thumb buttons?
No.
I honestly almost got one, but I was like, I'm gonna fucking hate it. I agree. I don't need that many. I want 4. I like a back and forward, and then 2 macro buttons. And my auto run button is always the button behind push to talk.
Right.
So I've got auto run, push to talk, and then I might have 1 or 2 other buttons for moves. And in this case, I'm thinking that shift button is probably going to be some kind of range move to like pull enemies or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh man. Sneezing. Oh yeah, you level up pretty quick in this though. Well, at least at the low level.
Yeah. You do if you do it the right way, and that's part of why I'm trying to just be around to answer questions if you have them. Because you can spend a lot of time just trying to figure shit out, but if you've got good guidance, you can just go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be almost 3 levels today, just about. Oh my god. Show this letter to a bunch of people. Okay. You got it.
I'm gonna die because this guy's fucking gonna kill me. Finished with 700 health.
I don't know what your normal health is, but I'm assuming that's not
23,000.
Sure. Oh, finally getting one that's taking me out of this place, I think. I don't know, how do I have 2 story quests?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a water.
Okay, I'll be here. Ooh. And those spectacles look sweet, but probably not gonna happen. Be rude. What up, kitty?
Jeff?
Yeah?
Oh, Jeff.
What up, my man? When do I get a mount?
After you fight Ifrit. Unfortunately, not for quite a while. But I think, if I remember, it's like around the time you're level. Oh, fuck. I can't even say based on levels because it just depends on how you do the story.
Right. Back to the lavender beds again. Oh, I gotta kill tree slugs. Now I know about this hunter stuff. Yeah, I see it down in the log there. Like, 1 of 3.
According to the website I linked with all the main story quests, the quest you get the chocobo thing, you have to be level 20, so around there.
Okay.
And if you stick to one character like you're doing, then you might find the, you know, quest, like the level correlation on that web page is sort of accurate.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. That just sounds like good game design.
They've done a few things pretty good. The best thing is when your chocobo starts fighting for you,
Yeah,
because
you were talking about that.
you can put skill points into like your chocobo being a healer or a damage or whatever. So if you're a DPS class, it's kind of nice just having a little pocket chocobo that heals you.
Yeah.
Doesn't do a lot, but enough to make the difference.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got a cutscene.
This is handy. I happen to be doing this at the exact same time as another Lancer, so this is way easier than it would be. Not that I think it would be particularly hard anyway. That's like you said, most of this stuff's pretty standard. Like, go here, kill 5 of these. Oh, thanks for protecting the town. Already level 14, Dave.
That?
Said I'm already level 14. Just flying.
Oh shit!
Just flying.
Just gotta crush it to. What's your main story quest now?
It's weird. There's 2 happening in parallel right now. But I'm just finishing Lights Out and Ruffled Feathers.
Okay, there's still a good chunk of way to go. Before you do the dungeon quests, you get taken to the 2 other main towns, and one is Limsa Laminsa, and one is Ulda. And after you do a little bit of questing around there to get familiar with those 2 towns, then you pretty much start the dungeon chains.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go into a new area, I think, here. Oh no, it's just at the edge of this area, but I feel like they're starting to bring me... Whoa, what is this thing? Lumber Toad.
Lumber Toad!
I did that wrong. Oh well. It's so funny. This guy's like definitely doing the same quests I'm doing right now.
Nice. Works out cool when that happens.
Yeah. Hey, kitty.
Meow!
Get him out! Oh, and these both have to go to the same person. Teleport away. Yeah, by the way, I don't think I told you, but I moved it to the SSD. So much better.
Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy, eh? The loading time.
Oh, it's way better. Alright, kitty, you're getting a bit You're being a bit much. And I'm already over halfway to 15.
Nice. Oh, the pool of tribute now accessible.
Ooh, finding a lost chocobo egg. That's fun.
So this is, let's see if this guy is actually like from a previous Final Fantasy. Doesn't seem like this guy has been in any other Final Fantasies.
Lame. Where's my nostalgia?
I don't know. But I'm gonna fight him anyway. I think, did I explain to you that there's dungeons and then there's trials, and trials are basically just fights against a giant boss. They're really...
No.
So like a dungeon is your typical dungeon. Go through, fight trash, fight bosses along the way, fight a big boss at the end. Trials are similar. You have a group and you have to queue for them and stuff, except you just fight one guy. Like your first trial will be against Ifrit.
Right.
And it's kind of cool because I mean you know they're fun to do. They're pretty quick to queue for, and the boss mechanics are a little fun and interesting and stuff.
Nice. That sounds fun.
I am gonna try and heal this fight and likely die, and my team will be like, "Why did we die?"
WTF healer?
And I will say, I don't know what I'm doing.
Be like, I just got here.
Oh, good. Everyone else here is their first time too. This is wonderful.
I prefer that. I'd rather lose with a bunch of first timers than be like the only person who's never done it before, and then have everybody be like, "Oh, this guy doesn't know the meta." Of course I don't. I just got here. I didn't research everything I'm ever going to do. I fucking hate that.
I will tell you, man, that the overall social dynamic in this game has been wonderful. People are, I don't know what it is. There's a few, rude people for sure. But overall, this is nothing like WoW was. Like, people are courteous and nice.
Nice.
I don't know what it is, but maybe all the snobs are at the end game and the new guys are all tolerable.
Right.
But overall, I've had a good experience so far with that stuff. This person's name is Riku Ghost Pepper.
Riku, eh?
A little whiny bitch.
We can't all be Gary Big Stuff.
Oh. Found everybody. Oh, yep, I died. Oh, a nice thing in this is resurrects don't have cooldowns, so I'm back up.
Nice.
Yeah, if you see like when you start fighting stuff that has like obvious things you need to dodge on the ground, fuck off! I died. It's very important to dodge those things.
Yeah. Just generally seems to be correct.
I'm so used to like years of playing World of Warcraft where basically no one would dodge anything, and the DPS classes would just go through their rotations, and if they died, they would trip the healer. And there
Yeah.
was zero effort to move. They were just like, yeah, but that was how the game over time actually got developed.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this fight just got real. The guy went from being 20 feet tall to being 200 feet tall.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
Ooh, he ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3.
So does Chris also play on like PS4? I heard him talking about how the kids had the TV the other night.
He does, but he does not use a keyboard and mouse, and he is new to MMOs in general.
Gotcha.
He basically plays the game like it's Smash Brothers and button mashes everything, but we love him anyway.
It's true. Okay. Hello, cutscene. Can you hear me, Dave?
Wow, I'm not dead.
Well, this egg here is Leia's. Leia's very special chocobo, in case you didn't know. Anyway, I was having a nap in the stables when that nasty fellow crept in and tried to steal it, Kupo. So I snatched it up as quickly as I could and made a run for it. I was planning to take it back to Bent Branch Meadows myself, but it might be safer if you did it. I'm sure Lucolot will be happy to see you, Kupo. Yeah. Boom, baby. I don't want to do this. Kill a couple. I think one thing that's kind of cool with the different like levels and that you do it all with the same character. I think one thing that's cool about having all the same levels and doing it with the same character is that like if I had a friend who wanted to come play this and they'd never played before, I can basically start a new character and play with them without being like massively over leveled.
Exactly.
Pretty cool.
And the level sync stuff is awesome too for that.
Yeah.
Fuck me, I died a third time. I am shit. Some boss fights, you see like a little orange warning of AoE show up on the ground, and it gives you like 5-8 seconds to get away from it. It's like, okay, don't have to worry. And this boss, it's like the second it shows up, if you don't start running instantly, you will die because it's going to kill you fast.
Yeah, you pretty much probably have to watch like his animations and stuff.
Yeah, it's. I found like over time the dungeons get harder like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. They should. Like right now,
No!
with me being in like the beginning of the game, like it's been pretty easy so far.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm glad you're not finding it too bad. Guess what? Died a fourth time because I'm awesome.
I only died once and it was an accident. Just because I did something super dumb.
Like, whoever this other healer is deserves a lifetime achievement award for rezzing me 4 times. Thankfully, it's an 8-man, so there is 2 healers.
That's good.
I am doing atrocious. But guy's at 4% health.
Oops, forgot to use the aetherite. Oh
Uh, we did it.
well. Nice.
I contributed miserably.
Oh well, winning's winning.
Ooh, cutscene.
Materia.
Yeah. It kind of gives you passive bonuses to items. I was told that you can ignore it until end game because you level up so fast and you change gear so frequently that it's not really worth putting in the effort of adding it to gear.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Kind of like enchantments.
I'm level 15 now.
Oh baby!
I'm gonna go do my Lancer quest. I get a new attack thing. Oh yeah.
You get a new move?
I will after I do this quest.
Nice.
Yeah. Where am I going?
Oh, Rachel is home, so I'm probably gonna head off.
Okay. I might just play this through the night and just keep basically busting through levels.
I approve.
What arrangements you can and report back to me the moment you are ready. Okay. Man, A lot of quests of just going to talk to someone, and here's some gear. That's okay. Was Rachel working
What's up?
late, or was she like out?
No, she went shopping with her mom.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
They went to a couple little stores to get some stuff for Olivia.
Nice.
I will talk to you later, man. You have fun.
All right, have a good night. Oh, this time, however, not all ears were deaf to his myriad provocations. It seems one of our younger members took offense at his words and demanded satisfaction of the rogue. The two have since departed in a duel to the East Shroud. Had I been on hand, I would have forbidden such folly, and rebuked the lad for letting pride cloud his judgment. Alas, I learned of it too late, and the boy is gone. All we can do now is ensure that the hot-headed fool does not come lasting harm. I would have departed in pursuit of the pair ere you came, but my duties kept me here. That is why I turn to you now, Gary. Pray go to the East Shroud in my stead and watch over our comrade. Okay. East Shroud, baby. I don't think I've been to East Shroud yet. I have not. Go get attuned. This way? Just get on the boat, or do I have to talk to the ferryman? I want to go to the lavender beds. It's the other one. Okay. I happen to be heading across the lake to Sweet Boom here in East Shroud. Let's go. Alright, first things first. I absolutely cannot forget to get that Aether thingamajig. Oh, excuse me. We meet again. You remember who I am, I trust? No, I don't. How could you possibly forget your mentor, he who taught you the meaning of courage? Well, it is of little consequence, though you have forgotten the teacher. It is plain you have not forgotten his teachings. I understand you were able to retrieve the Stone of Courage in Spirit Hold. It seems I was right about you. Aye, you have the makings of a true Lancer, unlike those charlatans at the Lancers Guild. It is well that you've come to me, for I have just the trial for you, one that will do wonders for your courage. Not interested, you say? Ah, well, but you have no choice. Should you refuse, well, suffice it to say that I will not be able to guarantee the safety of your comrade here. When last we spoke, I told you that a Lancer may forge true courage only in the midst of great danger. Needless to say, the threat posed by ordinary creatures is insufficient. You must needs seek out better sport. Ah, but fear not, for I have taken the liberty of finding something suitable. Take this alchemic potation and sprinkle it upon the exposed roots yonder. Doing so will garner you the wrath of a certain creature, which you must then strike down. Okay. Piece of cake. Challenge. So you have vanquished the treant. Well done. By striking down that frenzied creature, you have further strengthened your courage. Release your comrade? Oh, I shall. Once you've completed my next trial, this one will pit you against a multitude of foes. Make your way to Lifemend Stump in the central shroud. Once there, seek out a likely spot along the forest path to lie in wait. Man-eating wolves are wont to hunt there this time of year, and it should not be long before a pack appears. When the beasts show themselves, you are to slay their leader, the alpha wolf. I shall be observing from up close, the better to offer you advice. Alright, first... down here. Stupid vultures. Boom. God. Young Sylph has wandered into Marasake's spire, tired and frightened. The wood whalers on duty at the outpost have provided the wayward sapling with water and shelter, but are afraid they will not be able to care for the child much longer. Seek a volunteer to escort the Sylph to Little Solace. Ugh. Escort. Ugh, escort with an emote. Okay. So, probably hotbar. Um, Probably because he got hit. Get the max reward. Okay. Lightman Stump is this way. They're both actually pretty similar in distance. I probably could have just ran, but oh well. Oh my god, 22 gil. Pretty big stuff, making moves. This. No. Alright, bud. Got stuff to do. Got wolves to kill. Convenient. Waiting. Waiting. S. Poor wolves didn't do anything. You are to be congratulated, Gary. By throwing yourself in the midst of danger, you have further tempered your courage. This guy. And in the process, you have brought peace to Lifemen Stump, a place considered sacred by the people of Gridania. Having undertaken my trials, you must now see that those issued by the guild are not but child's play. Mine is the one true path to courage. All others lead to ignominy. If you wish to become a lancer worthy of the name, I suggest you leave Ywain and his house of cravens, never to return. For your sake, I pray you do so soon, till we meet again. Very big stuff. Coming at you. Dwayne. Man, I tell you, switching to a SSD was a huge boon. All this warping. Gary, thank the gods you're safe. That young fool of a Lancer returned but moments ago, and through choked tears recounted to me all that transpired. I understand Folk has again attempted to force you his corrupted notion of courage. I cannot say this often enough. A Lancer strengthens his courage by tempering his composure and resolve, not by rushing headlong into danger. You were able to overcome Folk's trials. 'Tis true, yet know that you did so by virtue of true courage, that is, courage born of composure and resolve. You faltered not before the fury of a frenzied treant, nor did you succumb to panic when surrounded by bloodthirsty wolves. Owing to this, you were able to perform to the fullest of your potential. You have come far, Gary. It's past time that I taught you the piercing talon technique, one of the most versatile weapons in the Lancer's arsenal. May it serve you well. Now I must needs decide what course of action to take with regard to your self-appointed mentor. Though no lives were lost, this latest incident only serves to confirm what I have long suspected, that Folkes will cause great harm if left to propagate his corrupted notion of courage. He must be persuaded to desist, though I do not yet know how. Mayhap his regard for you could be turned to our advantage, but leave such considerations to me. For the time being, you would do well to put Folkes out of your mind, focus on your training, and strive to master the technique I have taught you. I look forward to our next meeting. Alright. New spear. I think this isn't going to be much better. That's the same as what I already have. Thanks, man. Piercing talent. Sweet. Cotton tabard. What I want. Tabard, the hat, gloves, boots. Right now. Level 12, pretty good. Who cares? It's all gonna be replaced in like an hour anyway. Yeah, baby. No. Guard a guardian. Ah, yes. I go to my girl. Alright. Back down this way again. Told Mother, what's her name for the 10th time? Mother Mune. Time is of the essence, so I shall speak plain. Based on Luke Galot's observations, the Ixal have designs on the Guardian Tree, and they mean to act soon. The tree is the oldest living thing in this ancient forest, and is held sacred by every forest-born Gridanian. Should it come to any harm, the elementals would fly into a rage beyond pacifying. I dread to think of the chaos that would ensue. There isn't much time. We must act quickly. Gary, please give this letter to the hands of Bowlord Lewin, at the seat of the first bow in Quiver's Hold. Should the need arise, pray put yourself wholly at the man's disposal. I strongly suspect he will need all the able-bodied souls he can muster. Okay. The fate of Gridania hangs in the balance. Go swiftly, Gary. I will, Mom. Let's go. I don't think I ever went down this path to the Archers Guild, so I haven't unlocked this little Aethernet thing. I gotta do the run. No, I don't. I'll just go this way. What am I doing? Yeah, stupid. The big red arrow on the big red arrow on the compass kind of made me think that's the way I wanted to go. Gary Big Stuff, making moves. Don't want to be an archer. At least not yet. At least not yet. God's Quiverbow. Urgent message from Mother Mune? Very well, you may enter. Yeah, let's go. Oh, so you're Gary Big Stuff, the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. I understand you wish to have words with me. Mune has information in the Ixal, you say? Speak freely. You have both my ears. Man, these people in their masks. Matron Forfend. I don't know. Forfend? They mean to defile the Guardian Tree? I know, right? Pretty crazy. Before Nofika, I swear those filthy birdmens will not touch it. Nay, not so much as a single leaf. 12, help me. How can it be that neither the Wood Whalers nor the God's Quiver caught wind of this? I cannot help but think this plot bears the mark of the masked devil who has eluded us for so long. We must be wary. This incursion may be more than it seems. Ah, would that the warrior's light were still with us. This is no time for such idle thoughts. I thank you for delivering this message. You may assure Mune that I will dispatch a unit of my best men to investigate. My lord! What is it? The Ixal, sir. The Ixal have amassed at the Guardian Tree. Already? Bloody hells. Gary, Mune believes you're capable, and I can think of no better judge than she. Lend us your strength this day. Aid in the defense of the Guardian Tree. Okay. Let's go. Make haste to the Guardian Tree. I will. Whereabouts is the Guardian Tree? So lazy. Plus my buddy Dave gave me a bunch of money, so I just warp all over the place. Alright. So do that. Shroud. Am I blind? Blind. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. probably see what my new skill does here. Alright. We'll just stay away from you. The birdmen have completely surrounded the guardian tree, and their calls grow more urgent by the minute. Whatever it is they mean to do, we cannot let them go through with it. They must be stopped, no matter the cost. Let's go. O mournful voice of creation, O mournful voice of time. Ugh. Squawk! Attend me all. I'm not doing a bird voice. To us, this forest, Tinolka belongs. Wisdom of paragons we possess, to our former glory, restore us at will. From this tree a great crystal we take, unto Garuda an offering we shall make. Unfeathered ones and elementals banished we shall, our ancient home reclaim we will. Squawk! I don't think so, guys. First squad, left flank. Second and third, right flank. Gary Big Guy, just charge in. The rest, form the main host with me. It's high time we reminded our Ixal guests why we quivermen are to be feared. The position is yours, adventurer. May the elements keep you. Squawk! Interrupt us, you dare? In your own blood you shall bathe. I don't think so. Eat the Ixal. Oh. Boom. Impressive work, adventurer. Lord bids you hold this position. Enemies may yet lurk near, so stand your guard. We go to bolster the left flank, where the battle yet rages. You don't seem like a good guy. The source of its strength becomes clear. You may have bested the golem, but you'll not fare so well this day. Seems ominous. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. Doesn't seem great. Your very being imperils the plan. You cannot be suffered to live. Alright. Just a little dude with a spear. Beat the masked mage. Are there two? Well, this guy is aggroed. Masked mage is not. Because you didn't summon a very good dude, man. I was fine. That was rude. Later, bro. Duty complete. Nice. Ugh. That the wisdom of the paragons should be brought low by mere mortals. You died. You're mortal. Paragons? That's what I heard. The bringers of chaos, or Ascians, to give them their proper name, which I'm probably saying wrong. It would seem our suspicions were correct. It is they who have been manipulating the beast tribes. Gary, are you unharmed? Had I known this creature was near, I would have sent men, not called them away. Well, I would have sent men. There's no mistake, sir. He is the one who stirred the Ixal from their nest. Our intelligence was reliable. So this is the man who has eluded us for so long. Right, we finally got him. We sensed an ominous presence and came here as swiftly as our legs would carry us. Well, it's good to know what we're up against anyway. My thanks as ever, friends. Quiverman, move out. To say you played an instrumental role in the success of this mission would scarcely do justice to your efforts this day, adventurer. Upon your return to Gridania, pray me a visit at Quiver's Hold. I will see to it that you receive the thanks you are due. You're probably wondering why we always seem to appear when there's trouble, right? Well, trust me when I tell you that it's almost never our fault. Trust me when I tell you that it's almost never our fault. Despite what it looks like, Paplamo and I are actually helping the Gridanians, and we've been doing so for a good few years, too. Oh, did I mention we're not from around here? Yeah, I figured. Why yes we are Charlians. However did you know? So I wasn't mistaken. Mistaken? About what? Nothing. Nothing at all. Aw, you always do that, mumble something loaded with meaning only to keep it to yourself when someone asks. It's unfair, and it's especially unfair when that someone is me. Oh, do calm down. I'll tell you later. Okay. Mom, Dad, stop fighting. I bet you won't. Anyway, all's well that ends well. Quite. We'd best be on our way. See you later. Bye-bye. Hey, a glowing purple thing. Doing. The SSD strikes again. Over to the Archers Guild and turn this in. I love that I can jump like 3 times my height. Yes, please. I've awaited your return, Gary. Allow me to thank you again for helping us to defend the Guardian Tree. Not only did you put the invading Ixal to rout, you confronted the masked mage and his fell minion, and emerged the victor. I have good men and women under me, none of whom give me cause for complaint. But you, Gary, are a class apart. Your strength, your determination, your heart. You have all the makings of a great adventurer. Mune is seldom mistaken in her appraisals, and she is plainly not mistaken now. Gridania is stronger in your presence. The elder Seed Seer will doubtless be pleased to learn that a capable adventurer like you has come to us. Once more I thank you. Owing to your valor, disaster has been averted. Yay, Gary. Whoa. Yeah, I'm alright. Done. Yeah, no problem. Well, what up, tall dude? Big highlights. Sure. Oh! Thanks. Sweet. Tradable. Cool ring. I don't know if I want it. Direct hit rate, slashing resistance versus strength and dexterity. I don't think so. Pretty sure I still want strength and dexterity. And this also is +1 to everything, so I want that too. So, thanks but no thanks, I guess. And I've already got everything I want. Ooh. To receive such praise from the Elder Seedseer herself. And nor is that the half of it. She chose you to play the role of emissary, for God's sakes. You, an outsider. Do you have any idea what this means? But of course you don't. You're not forest-born, which is rather the point. Mistake me not, I think you worthy, but your selection is all but unprecedented. I'll wager you have not the faintest inkling of what is required of you. There are preparations that the emissary must needs complete ahead of time. I suggest you consult Mion regarding the matter. She's overseeing the arrangements for the event. Now you'd best get going. The ceremony cannot commence without the emissary. Oh, and Gary, don't make a hash of this. I just killed like a lesser gargoyle and a mage. I think I can help out with a festivity, or a festival. Uh-oh. Maybe I can't. Oh well. La da da. No. Oh, excuse me. I always forget that she's south. I don't know if there's a benefit to doing those, because I don't think I need to. Well, well, if it isn't the emissary himself. Had I known you were coming, I would have baked a pie. You truly are full of surprises, Gary. Next you'll be telling me you're one of the Warriors of Light, back from half a decade-long holiday. Wink. But let's speak of preparations. As you doubtless already know, Green Bliss is an age-old ceremony for strengthening the bond between man and elemental. These days, though, the name also refers to the festival at large. In the ceremony, the emissary serves as a conduit, a bridge between the people and the guardians of the Twelveswood. Suffice it to say, it's no small responsibility. Nor does the Elder Seedseer choose mankind's representative on a whim. Seldom in history has non-forestborn been chosen for the role, which should give you an idea of the magnitude of the honor being accorded to you. For your part, you are required to wear a ceremonial artifact, which is presently in the keeping of Timbermaster Beaton. Go to the Carpenter's Guild and collect it from the man. Then return to me for further instructions. Hey, maybe this is where I actually start working on being a carpenter or something. Never did even see what you've got. Sure. I'm only reading main stuff. It's just a lot of reading if I read everything. Sure. The nude carpenter. Logs from the main menu followed by crafting log. Making again here? Of maple lumber. Lumber, I need 3 logs. Cool. course. Master. You see this grain, how it flows softly like syrup? Durable yet pliant, suitable for weapons and armor both. This, child, is maple. Trace the grain with your fingertips, memorize the lines, consider every characteristic when choosing your materials. That is what it means to know the wood. The maple lumber you have brought me is acceptable. You have passed the first test. Yet for all it has grown, your knowledge is still lacking. You must needs learn more. A true carpenter knows the qualities and uses of every tree in the forest. When you know the lines of the maple better than those upon your own hand, return to me. Still have another test for you. Until then, child. Let's be not naked. Cool. Back from your trip to the Carpenters Guild, let's see what you have in that box. Ah, this is by far the finest Manoa mask I have ever laid eyes upon. Timbermaster truly has outdone himself this time. In case he didn't mention, the mask is crafted from consecrated lumber rendered upon by the guardian tree, solely for use in the ceremony. In other words, it is priceless. Mother bids you to handle it with care. And with that, your preparations are complete. The venue should just about be in order as well. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask them. Now that you have the Manoa mask, all that's left is to participate in the ceremony. Perchance you are feeling nervous, but never fear. Despite all the pomp surrounding the role, there really is nothing to being an emissary. All you are required to do is wear the mask, stand up straight, and look dignified. The more involved aspects of the proceedings will be handled by others. Simple, no? The ceremony will be held at my Keto's amphitheater. When you're ready, make yourself known to the caretaker there, a woman named Estain. Oh, and be sure to wear your mask or she may not recognize you. Now, off you go, Gary, and good luck. So you want to be a leather worker? I don't think I do. I will get this Ethernet thingamajig. If anything, I would want, I think, do Conjurer. Alright, I want to do that right now. Ah, you must be the emissary. I see you have come prepared. That is well. I've been instructed to escort you to your place. Please follow me. What up, Carpenter? Yeah, something's gonna happen. Wave to the people. Blow them kisses. Retro. What's going on? What? It's just a crystal. Yeah. Like a bit. Sure. Yeah. Man, there's no way I'm gonna pronounce any of this stuff correctly as the game goes on. No way. Why is there no game sound? Well, that's pretty annoying. Well, I'm gonna call their names, we find the pages of memories. Ugh, too much pressure. Really pisses me off. Why don't I have sound? Like, I have sound. I can hear.
Victory belongs to the bold.
That shouldn't
Show
be
those imperial war sons what we're made of.
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it cost them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily. Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. God preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
God damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me!
Is that a Metal Gear reference?
Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appear...
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir.
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Delay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
Kasbamul, Soginin Moise Donzul. Logalo, Asawad Deken Bet Mubut. Imarat Way, Kiskat Toga Hats Wadadorns. Seize Nigem. Feastun the only lamb sa time dawn.
Maniacal laugh. Good man. Weird dreams, though. Ah, look who's back to the land of the living. Meant to say you don't remember a thing. You collapsed in the middle of the ceremony. Gave us all a good fright, so we carried you back here. I must say you're heavier than you look. You've hardly stopped of late. Your exertions must have caught up with you. But your adventures are nothing if not resilient. Seeing as the worst is past, I shall take my leave and return to my duties. Oh, I almost forgot. The elder Seedseer told me she'd like to see you when you felt well enough. The gentle soul was almost as worried about you as I was, bless her. When you're back on your feet, be sure to visit her at the Lotus Stand. Ah, you're Gary Bigstuff, are you not? I bid you welcome, sir. The elder Seedseer left word that you would be joining her at the Lotus Stand. May I show you in? Why, certainly. I've looked forward to your coming, Gary, but tell me, are you recovered? I am most glad of that. Now I hope you will not doubt the earnestness of my concern, but I would ask a favor of you. Nor can I deny that I summoned you here in part with this in mind. Know, however, that I proceed only upon the understanding that you are rested and well. Thank you for hearing me out. I have written a letter to my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Cartno and the calamity that followed claimed countless souls and left countless more bereft and alone. In the dark days that followed, many were the survivors who thought themselves less fortunate than the dead. 5 years have come and gone, but the land and the people still bear the wounds of the devastation. Nor are we any closer to learning the fate of the Warrior's Light. Yet, so long as we live, never must we give up hope. We owe this to those who laid down their lives, that we might behold another dawn. In remembrance of them, a memorial service will soon be held upon the anniversary of the Battle of Cartno. This missive bears the details of that service. You graciously accepted the part of emissary in the recent ceremony. Should you be so willing, I would now make you my envoy, and have you bear my message to our allies. Your dedication to the people of Gridania rouses fond memories in me, and I would choose no other for the role. Will you do me this favor? Yup. Humbly, I thank you. Messaging the wife. As you are no doubt aware, our partners in the Eorzean Alliance lie some considerable distance away, nor are Alda and Limsa Laminsa close to one another. Yet fear not, for I have no intention of subjecting you, mine own newly anointed envoy, to a journey which would take you weeks by land. No, I mean for you to travel by air. Receive of me this airship pass. With it you may make use of the skyways that connect the 3 city-states of the Alliance. The airship landing is situated upon the lower floor of the Carline canopy. Simply show your pass and you will be admitted to the departure area. Before you embark on your journey, however, you would do well to seek the worldly wisdom of Mune. Few forest-born Gridanians know more of the lands between the 12's wood than she. In better times, airships were available for the convenience of one and all. Alas, the risk that our crafts may fall to Imperial attack has forced a reduction in the number of flights. Consequently, it has become necessary to restrict air travel only to those whose need is great. Such individuals may petition the relevant parties to be issued an airship pass. As you may have deduced, I myself am one such party. Yet I was not alone in desiring that you be granted the privilege of air travel. Such is the potential you show. We have no doubt but that you will reward our faith in you, Gary. By the power vested in me, I bid you journey forth as my envoy into the great realm of Eorzea. Walk her fields, brave her seas, and strive to know her better. And wheresoever you go, go without fear, for the path shall ever be revealed to those who are true of heart. Guided by the crystal's light, set forth and discover your destiny. Don't walk around here. So you wanna be an archer? Tis good to see you up and about again, Gary. Tell me, did you pay the Elder Seedseer a visit as I bade? Yup. Appointed personal envoy? Oh yeah, clap clap. And now you are to bear the Elder Seedseer's missive to our allies. Well, it seems you've made an impression on the great woman. I can't argue with her judgment, though. You've earned this honor with tireless hard work, and anyone who says you don't deserve it had better not do so in my hearing. I find myself praising you often as late, but Mother is truly proud of you. Short of a warrior of light, I can imagine no better adventurer to represent us, and That, my lad, is some compliment. Hey, thanks. Yaw. But I flattered you enough for one day, and I don't want your head to get too big or you'll struggle to lug it around the realm. Speaking of which, Eorzea is a big old place. Now that you have an airship pass, you can really start to broaden your horizons. The sky is quite literally the limit. Even if your errand didn't call for it, I would strongly suggest visiting the 2 other city-states of the Alliance before you go anywhere else. They are, of course, Lominsa, City of Pirates, and Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert. Once you've acquainted yourself with them, you can turn your sights on whichever less trodden region takes your fancy. The calamity changed the face of Eorzea, and much of her now lies in shadow, beyond man's ken. It's a veritable playground for a wide-eyed adventurer like your good self. Mind you, it won't all be fun and games. Each nation faces its fair share of problems, from internal strife to conflict with the beast tribes and their primals. So don't be too surprised if you find yourself embroiled in the odd, unsavory situation on your travels. But no matter what difficulties you encounter, I am confident that you will pull through and emerge stronger for the experience. These are interesting times for Eorzea, Gary. It's been 5 years now since the calamity, but folk are finally coming to look to the future. Beginning to look to the future. A period of great change is upon us, and you have a part to play in it. And if that prospect doesn't excite you, I don't know what will. Alright, let's hit up this airship. Lionellis. Greetings, good sir. This is the reservation counter for the Lominsa bound flights. Oh, are you not Gary Bigstuff? The Elder Seedseer's personal envoy? We at Highwind Skyways are honored to serve you. Will you be flying with us today? Hells yeah. Yeah. Attention all passengers, the airship bound for Lominsa is about to depart. Please make way to the boarding gate. Ah, airships. Wouldn't be Final Fantasy without them. Farewell, Gary. One day, minstrels will sing of your deeds. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Cool. Not a friendly looking bunch.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still.
Up in my frame rate.
15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till Lake lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great
It's like somebody watched the
Midgard
Avengers.
sword. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her.
Yeah, not so invincible.
Ended our glorious conquest.
Whoops.
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp.
We're literally in Star Wars right now.
For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balzar.
Lord Van Belzar. That's no good.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all.
Later. God, he's
Clean
handsome.
up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
Gun sword.
At once, my lord.
You're straight out of Anthem.
Soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Alright. Limsa Laminsa. Alright. Let's go do something. Let's go do something this way. Ah, you must be the envoy from Gridania. Welcome to Limsa, my lord. Admiral Loveswin awaits your arrival. Yeah. You're the Gridanian envoy. Welcome to Limsa. The Admiral has been looking forward to your arrival. Please proceed to the Crow's Lift at your earliest convenience. It will take you to the Bulwark Hall. Once there, pray speak with Xanthael. He will be pleased to show you to the Admiral's command room on the bridge. Bulwark Hall. Greetings, sir, and welcome to our fair city. If you would permit me to examine the seal on the missive you carry. Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies, we cannot afford to be complacent. You understand. Please step this way.
Enter.
Old vampire
I did not
boobs.
expect the Gridanian envoy to be an adventurer. It speaks highly of your character that the Elder Seedseer would choose an outsider to represent her nation's interests.
Yeah, I've got character.
This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa,
I'm not gonna be able
and
to.
Commander of the Maelstrom.
I'm not gonna remember how to say that right.
Now, what news from the Black Shroud?
Let's call her Merle. Merle B. A memorial service to honor the fallen. Seven hells. Has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was an answer to the imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew. But Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans. The Meteor Project. Negacious Nail Van Darnus, Hell's Take Him, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon, Dalamud, from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to Cardinal Flats, and there met the the 7th Imperial Legion in battle. Never have I seen a fight like that, like the Battle of Cardinal, and I have seen full many. But though we gave no quarter, spared not one's effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamud came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the elder primal Bahamut, bent on making an 8th hell of Eorzea. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot well describe the scene, and yet, by some miracle, a few of us were spared. Even as I steeled myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Louis Sue still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on these unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nation struggled to recover from the devastation, the beastmen called forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. Damn it all, we need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short, and none will save us. Save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea, and this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. Aye, Can A. Senna has the right of it. I accept her proposal. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Elder Seer receives my reply. You travel next to Ul'dah, yes? Yup. Pray give my regards to General Rauban. Oh, and tell him the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest, and one in poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. Fare you well, Gary. May the Navigator guide you on your journey. Let's do this first. Nope. Never been a fan of vertical maps. Like, they're cool, but my brain is just pretty dumb, and I really have a tough time keeping track of of the mini maps and what level different things are on. Just like that. Ah, you must be the envoy from Gridania. Welcome to Ul'dah, sir. The Flame General awaits your arrival. First, let's report this guy. Whatever, we'll just blacklist him. Oh, we got a seize. Maybe not. Welcome to Ul'dah, sir. We have been expecting you. Flame General Rauban will receive you in the Fragrant Chamber. Please take the lift down to the Hustings Strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. Hustings Strip it is. What up, Bart? The Gridanian envoy, I presume? Would you be so good as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, sir? My thanks. Ah, yes, the seal of the Elder Seedseer. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Gridania. I thought I smelled leaf mold. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Kane says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Ixal. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
I almost kinda did. Ah, Cardinal. Ah, I remember bloody Cardinal. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer, when we took the field against the Garleans? Yup. So my counterparts have educated you. A bit. Oh, trust Merle to make light of our wolf problem. Woman always did have a black sense of humor. Wolves are bloodthirsty beasts upon which one cannot turn one's back. It is only a matter of time before they bite. So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by Legatus Solus Zos Galvus, they swiftly brought other nations of Ilsabard to heel, and so the Legatus became an emperor, and his republic an empire. An empire which then set its sight upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders, and their commander, Legatus Gaius von Balzar, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us, and not only Ul'dah, but Gridania and Limsa Lominsa as well. But the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm divided, adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garleans stir, and the Admiral would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear, and if we are to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Kane will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen, and we will remind the people that their brothers and sisters fought and died for. Ooh, good writing sounds. Damn, beauty mark. Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate? I will speak with her grace myself. Very good, sir. The Elder Seedseer will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. Hey, minions! You have obtained a whistle with which you can call your very own minion. To learn the call minion action, you must first use the whistle. To have used the item, a new entry will appear in your minion guide under the character in the main menu. To initiate action from this menu, or drag the icon to one of your hotbars and initiate it from there. Okay. Oh, that's fun. So, There. Items. Let's be pet. In. I'll figure it out later. Ah, my lord envoy. I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa Laminsa in the near future? If so, I have information that may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Baderon, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none with better credentials than you. Baderon will doubtless be pleased were you to offer him your services. Meow. Vertical maps again. They kill me every time. I'll just shoot forward and get this Ethernet node here first. There we go. Right there. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. Sit wherever you like, mate. I'll be with you in a... Hi, I'm Baderon. Alright, who's asking? Ah, heard as I got a job for a capable adventurer, you say. Well, you're bloody right. Just so you're fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding airy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill you in on the details. Thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now, I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it, some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Satasha Sea Grot. I need a trustworthy sort to head her up north of Aleport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Don't sound like much, I know. But it weren't so long ago that as the Fishpack's pet pirates paid us an unwelcome visit, folk were feeling a bit nervous. If you would permit me, Master Baderon, I'd be happy to elaborate. Whoa. Well, well, if it ain't the Chief Yellowjacket himself, to what I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor. Come to make sure me patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Neither. In fact, I was informed that you'd requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from recent reports. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Aleport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Sastasha Sea Grot included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of Kurls had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us, in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search the Sastasha again. But, with the Thus, I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Yup. And it's settled. Sastasha is located in western Lanosia. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Melpa. She can be found at the ferry docks in the lower decks. You heard the man. Good luck to you, lad. And I might as well grab these while I'm here. I'm not reading the non-story quests. Madman with blades. Perhaps you could look into it. Oh. Such a fancy way to say cook. Another one. Have I seen who? Just because I spend more nights at the wench than in my own home doesn't mean I'm mates with every sod who comes stumbling through the doors. Heading for Aleport. Friggin' vertical maps, man, I'm telling you. is loud up there. Okay. Please let me through here. Disgruntled madam. Flustered man. Didn't fucking attune and all like an idiot. Alright, well that's 11:30, so that's about it for me. I'll do this for free to get back to Gridania. So I gotta talk to my boy in the Carpenter's Guild anyway. That really quick. Alright, well, that's going to be it for me. Thanks for sticking around, and I should be on tomorrow or Thursday.